Good morning, everyone. So as Sophie said, my name is Tanya Probar and I am a Programme Manager in the Infrastructure and Capacity Building Structures team at the NIHR. And I'm here today to talk to you about a few of our pre-doctoral opportunities that are available to you by the NIHR Academy. So the NIHR is funded by the Department of Health and Social Care to improve the health and wealth of the nation through research. The NIHR partners with the NHS, universities, local government and other funders, as well as patients and the public to enable the delivery of world-leading health and social care research. So we do this by focusing on the 6 key areas highlighted in this diagram. And it's that area at the top right-hand side that is the NIHR Academy's main focus. So we want to attract, train and support the best researchers to be able to conduct complex health and care, to tackle complex health and care challenges, and our passion is to develop the careers of people who are going to undertake that research, because we know that it's not possible to conduct the very best research without investing in the people that are going to carry it out. So this slide here shows an overview of what we do here at the NIHR Academy in order to meet that aim of attracting, training and supporting the best researchers. So our aim and our focus is on academic training to support the career development of our awardees and build research capacity development. We obviously run a number of national competitions that offer training and career development opportunities, and that's across professions and career stages. And by offering these awards, we hope to attract and support those who intend to conduct leading edge research with a focus on patient and public benefit, which is our remit for personal awards at the NIHR Academy. And through these awards and other opportunities that we have within the NIHR Academy, we want to help you build your skills and develop your knowledge so that you become the next generation of health and social care researchers to support the health and wealth of the nation. So this slide here shows an overview of all of the opportunities that we have at the NIHR Academy. So as you can see, we have quite a lot, all the way from the kind of initial experiences in research up to chair level. And so obviously, as I've said, I will be speaking to you about those pre-doctoral offers. So the pre-doctoral award, which you can see sits within the pre-PhD offer, and also the Pre-Application Support Fund and SPARC and LA-SPARC awards, which you can see at the bottom of the slide there, sit within additional support for your career development. So we're going to kick off today with the pre-doctoral award. So as Sophie mentioned, this award has been designed to support applicants in advancing your health and social research career at a master's level. So this can be providing training for a full master's degree or undertaking a bespoke programme of training and development designed specifically for you. So we have clinical and practitioner applicants. For those applicants, the award is to support you in developing that competitive PhD application. And we also offer the award for methodologists. So this can be to advance your career, but it also may include developing a PhD application as well. So if you already hold a relevant master's, you can still apply for this award. It would just be a shorter duration, such as 6 months. And this is to give yourself that protected time and to gain any necessary experience and skills to develop that PhD application. And this, as Sophie's mentioned, the award opens for applications in January each year. So the award has 4 audiences, as seen on this slide. Those who work in local authorities or an associated setting, health and social care professionals working in NHS settings, fully qualified GPs, general dental practitioners or community dentists, and health and social care professionals that work in primary care settings, and methodologists as well. So Sophie alluded to it before, but you may be aware that we previously had separate awards. So we had the pre-doctoral fellowship, the PCAF for clinical academics, the PLAF for those in local authority settings, and also the in-practice fellowship. So we've basically made this change to make it easier for you to apply, because obviously we still have a number of awards that you can apply to. So we just wanted to make it a bit more simple. So all you need to do is apply for this one award, and then we at the NIHR Academy will direct your application to one of 4 funding committees that are made up of experts in each of these 4 audiences. And then I've just included this slide here to show all of the health and social care professionals. It's the approved regulatory bodies, so you must be registered with one of these bodies to be able to apply for the award as a health and social professional. So now a bit of detail about what you can apply for the funding of the award. So as previously mentioned, the award can provide full master's fees, or if you don't plan to undertake a full master's, you can request for up to £5,000 of bespoke master's level training. And you can also request funding for working with people and communities. This was previously known as Patient and Public Involvement Engagement, or PPIE, and also research inclusion. You can also request attendance fees for relevant conferences and supervisory fees, and these all have a maximum cap of £1,000. In terms of the amount of time that you can undertake the award, for local authority applicants, health and care professionals and those in primary care, you can undertake the award for up to 12 months at full-time equivalent. But there are also part-time options as well available from 0.3 FTE, and the maximum part-time award duration is 4 years. It's slightly different for methodologists, so you can undertake the award for up to 2 years full-time, but there are specific circumstances that will allow you to do this. So we would just recommend checking the award page on our website. Otherwise, it will be like the other audiences, and it will be up to 1 year full-time. As mentioned before, you can undertake the award for a shorter duration if you already have a relevant master's. So if you plan to do that, the funding caps for those categories on the slide, they will be prorated for that duration that you plan to undertake the award. So I've just included a QR code here. So if you follow this, it will take you to the Predoc Award main page. You'll be able to have a look at any previous funding opportunities to give you an idea of what's included in your application. And also there is a webinar that was held when the award moved over to this new format. So it gives you a more detailed overview of the award, as well as top tips from the chairs of each of those committees for your application as well. So we'll now move on to the Pre-Application Support Fund Award. So the title of this award gives a good indication of the aim of the award. It's a very unique opportunity that is there to provide additional support for those who need it to prepare a competitive application for one of the NIHR Academy Awards that's listed on this slide here. You can undertake the award for up to 12 months full time, and it will be fully bespoke to you and your needs. It's usually expected that these awards would last for a minimum of 6 months. And if you are requesting anything from 0.6 FTE and above, you'll just need to provide a clear justification for this in your application, and just ensure that the activities you plan to undertake fit within the time that you're asking for as well, because the committee will be looking to make sure what you're asking for is feasible, because they want to be able to support you to develop that competitive application. So there are a number of different reasons why people apply for this award, and we've seen a vast array of reasons since the scheme launched a couple of years ago. We've listed some of the kind of examples on this slide here. You may be in a full-time clinical or practitioner role, which therefore leaves no time to develop an application or get the skills that you need to move on to that next step. Or you may be someone who has caring responsibilities, or you may need additional support if you've got a health condition or a disability. So this award can help provide what's necessary to overcome these barriers, at the same time as giving you the opportunity to broaden the scope of your supervision and mentoring, or to gain necessary skills and training as well. So as Sophie mentioned, the award has 3 application cohorts per year. They open in January, May and September, which obviously give you plenty of opportunity to apply. And there's also no limit on the amount of times that you can apply for this award. The committee will give you detailed feedback if you are unsuccessful, because ultimately they want to support you and get into that next step. So the only indication is that you can't apply to the subsequent round of the award if you're unsuccessful. So on the slide I showed you at the beginning, it showed the typical kind of NIHR pathway for academic career development. This award doesn't sit within that typical pathway. It's open across all career stages and professional backgrounds. So as the aim of the award is to provide additional support to those who need it, you need to clearly demonstrate your need within the application. And then you need to describe your plan of how you will overcome this and how you plan to create and submit that competitive future application, how this award will enable you to do so. You'll need to hold a contract of employment with an eligible English host organisation, and you'll need to meet or expect to meet at the time of applying the eligibility criteria for that future award that you plan to apply to. And while the award is open to all, we do also particularly encourage applications from those who are from underrepresented groups and professions, which I've listed here on the slide. So the funding for the award can be used for the following associated costs. So firstly, salary support. So the award will pay for your salary at the FTE you apply for and the duration. And you can see there's no cap on this because this will wildly differ depending on the applicant, how long they plan to undertake the award for, what the FTE is, and also the career stage of the applicant as well. You can also apply for costs to attend conferences, undertake training and development, and these all must be directly related to your future application. And also you can request travel and subsistence costs that relate to those as well. You can see that you can apply for supervision and mentoring costs. This may include research inclusion and working with people and communities as well to support that future application. But one point of unique funding for this award, you'll see at the bottom of the screen here, is the other direct costs heading. So these are costs that are associated with your project plan that extend beyond those categories that we've outlined above. So we've included some of the examples that we've had previously from successful award holders. So we've had applicants that have a disability and have requested for personal assistance support so that they could attend a conference or a training course. We've had applicants who are neurodivergent and requested assistive software packages to support them. And we've also had those applicants who have had caring responsibilities. So we have financially supported them, enabled to attend conferences, training courses as well. But these costs are just above what your usual care costs would be. So again, I've included a QR code which will take you to the Pre-Application Support Fund's main award page. We did do a webinar on this as well, which again provides more detail of the award. And we also had a committee chair there who gave you some tips from the committee and what to include in your application. So finally going to move on to the Short Placement Award for Research Collaboration and the Local Authority Short Placement Award for Research Collaboration. And we'll refer to these as a SPARC and LA-SPARC because obviously they are a bit wordy. So finishing with these awards because they do have very specific audiences, whereas the others are open to a broader range of career stages and professions. And we'll go through the eligibility on the next slide. But just to start off with a brief overview of these awards. So these awards are in place to support you in developing skills and enhancing your research training experience to support your career development. So it allows you as you can tell from the name, to undertake a short placement to experience research in a different setting and also from a different perspective. So we aim through this award to build collaborations and networks across different parts of the NIHR within the SPARC Award and between NIHR and local authorities in the LA-SPARC Award. The funding available and what you can apply for is the same for both awards, with a budget of up to £15,000 to support you to undertake the placement. And again, we'll go through this and what you can request a little later on. This award opens for applications annually in September. So as Sophie mentioned, it is currently live and due to close on the 20th of November. So for the SPARC Award, you must be an NIHR Academy member that's based in a part of NIHR infrastructure. So that would be the applied research collaborations, biomedical research centres, patient safety research collaborations, health tech research centres, health protection research units, health protection research focus awards, one of the NIHR schools, or part of a wider capacity building structure such as programme grants. So you must be based in and at least 25% of your career or training award must be funded through these different sites and initiatives. So with these Academy members, they can undertake a placement in another part of the NIHR, which can also include the wider NIHR, not just those that I've mentioned there. And for the LA-SPARC Award, as well as these NIHR Academy members that I've just mentioned, you also can apply if you're an individual based in a local authority setting. So for the LA-SPARC Award, local authority colleagues will undertake a placement in part of the NIHR, and the Academy members will undertake a placement in a local authority setting. So the aim for both of the awards is to shape mutually beneficial research collaborations. We want to encourage networking and also forge joint ways of working. And then for the LA-SPARC specifically, we want to be able to help bridge that gap between academia and practice. So again, these awards are highly unique opportunities because they're completely bespoke to you. You're able to design the placement plan to meet your training and development needs, and also the duration of the award is up to you. So the awards can start from the 1st of April and must be completed by the 28th of February of the following year. You can choose whether to undertake the placement, for example, full-time for a few weeks, or you could do one day a week over the period of a few months. When you're starting to plan your application and think about how you would like to design your placement, you should have a discussion with both your supervisor at your contracting organisation and also the potential placement host supervisor that you've identified. And then you can come to an agreement of what works for all of you. And if you'd like to see any examples of the types of awards and the activities that people have undertaken during these awards, you can have a look on our webpage where we've given some details on the funding opportunity. We also have some case studies from our previous award holders, and obviously after this session you're going to be hearing from some of our previous award holders as well. So as previously mentioned, you can request up to £15,000 worth of funding for your award. You can use this funding for salary or stipend support. You can also attend training courses that are relevant to you. You can go to any relevant UK conferences, and you can also request the funding to cover travel, accommodation and subsistence for these activities. Also, if you'd like to produce an output as part of your placement, such as an infographic or a video, you can also request the funding for this. That's obviously all within that maximum cap of £15,000. Specifically for NIHR Academy members that will be undertaking the LA-SPARC Award, you can request supervisory fees to pay for the time of the supervisor at the local authority setting, so whilst they're supporting you to undertake the placement. So this isn't a specific research funded award. This is a career and personal development award. So we wouldn't provide costs for any kind of research, consumables, and local authority overheads for economic costings. It's just paid at 100%. So on this slide, I've given you a few extra QR codes. So I've given you links to both of the main award pages, which will also have lots more information of the awards. And we've also had a very recent webinar that covers both of the awards, which I've linked to here, and also a case study from one of our previous award holders.